The girl takes off her heels and throws them on the cobbler and says arrogantly, "Fix these quickly and give them back to me." The cobbler says, "What kind of way is this to give your shoes?" The girl replies, "This is my way. Just keep quiet and fix them." The cobbler says, "I'm not doing it. Go get them fixed somewhere else." The girl's friend then starts acting emotional and says, "Please don't mind. Her behavior is like this only. Please fix the heels." The cobbler says, "I'm fixing them only because of you." And he starts repairing the heels. After some time, he finishes the repair, hands the heels to the girl and says, $10. The girl wears her heels and begins to walk away without paying. The cobbler calls after her, asking for the money. When she doesn't listen, he quickly gets up and runs behind the girls and calls out, "Please give my money." The girl gets angry, slaps him and says, "How dare you touch me?" The cobbler says, "I only asked for my money. Why did you slap me?" The girl says, "I'm not giving you any money. Do whatever you want." The cobbler says, "There's no point talking to you." He turns to the other girl and says, "Please ask her to pay me." The second girl says, "You won't get any money. How dare you misbehave with my friend on the street? I feel like slapping you twice myself." Then the first girl says, "Why are you still standing here? Leave, otherwise the consequences will be bad." Saying that, both girls walk away. The cobbler says, "Without any reason, they are putting a false allegation on me and trying to scare me." After some time, the two girls go to their manager's cabin. One of them asks, "Ma'am, you called us?" The manager says, "Yes, I called you to tell you that from tomorrow, neither of you needs to come to the office." The girl asks, "But what did we do?" The manager says, "No need to act innocent." The manager goes to the cobbler, who is standing nearby looking scared, and asks, "What happened?" The cobbler says, "Kids these days don't know how to talk to elders. First, she threw her shoes at me and got them repaired. Then, when I asked for money, she slapped me and put a false allegation that I misbehaved with them." The manager says, "You're absolutely right. Today's generation has no respect or manners while speaking to elders. Don't worry, they treated you badly, so they will also face consequences." The cobbler says, "It's all right. Why should we wish bad for others?" The manager tells him to wait, takes money out of her bag and says, "Please take this money." The cobbler initially refuses, but after she insists, he finally accepts it. Then the manager says, "You two should be ashamed. You raised your hand against a man your father's age, and on top of that, you didn't even pay him." The first girl says, "No, ma'am, that cobbler is lying. He misbehaved with me first. That's why I slapped him. If you don't believe me, ask her. She was with me." The second girl says, "Yes, ma'am. He teased her in front of everyone. That's why we taught him a lesson." The manager says, "There is no need to lie. I was walking right behind you both. That cobbler didn't do anything wrong. You two should be ashamed for putting such a false allegation on an elderly man. I don't want employees like you in my company. Get out." The girl starts pleading, "Ma'am, please forgive us. This mistake will never happen again. Please don't remove us from our job." But the manager does not listen and fires them immediately.